Hey guys, it's Miss Bean here and welcome back to Mobile Legends Adventure. So previously on my video I did a review on the latest update, which is the update 49.0 that has been released, and I hope you guys enjoy the current update. Maybe there are some pros and cons, but yeah, we are getting into it. We are still learning about it, and most of the players are still wondering what are the current meta, what are the basically the current lineup that they're supposed to use. So what actually happened in the hero in the gameplay mechanism. So yep, this update is totally improvise the gameplay mechanism. For example, let me show you in the gallery. So epic heroes, these are the common epic heroes. The previous update also have the same epic heroes, and yeah, we are going through in the elite heroes. What I want you guys to understand is that the elite heroes
Let's see who has the
has been
last laugh.
improvised to get on par with the awakened heroes. What what I mean is that they are typically not that useless anymore because they might be useful in when you are doing campaign at the early stage, because in the current update, in the latest update, they are trying, from what I understand, is that they are trying to make a proper gameplay which they can with which what we can define it as early game, mid game, or end game. For example, between early and mid game, you can improvise your heroes. You can use elite heroes because mostly
Let's see who has the last laugh.
they can be upgraded up until 8-star heroes. But once you reach at the mid game or end game level, you need to use epic heroes, or maybe at some point you need to combine. If you don't have any epic heroes or awakened heroes, you can combine it with some of awakened heroes with the elite heroes so that they can do like campaign or uh, Tower of Babel. Okay, so I hope you guys understand about what are the difference between epic heroes and elite heroes, because before this most of us use elite heroes as a food for other epic heroes, but in this current update they did change the fusion mechanism, the heroes mechanism, so that um, they can eventually have an early game, mid game, and late game interval. Okay, okay. So I hope you guys are clear with that. I'm not sure why they didn't do this, because I have seen this mechanism in other idle gameplay, because they have a similar um similar mechanism, especially when it comes to the hero itself and the especially on the skill and the equipment, because they have pretty much similarity in each in the uh, in the lineup. So yep, epic heroes, do not mistake that epic heroes is still the best heroes, but in term of when you talk about early game and mid game, you can use elite heroes if you don't have awakened heroes, as what I mentioned early on. So yep, what we need to know is that
Let's see who has the last laugh.
every heroes now have their own sets of skills.
Wise choice.
Okay, meaning that the higher the level it goes, meaning the higher the level of skill, because
Wise choice.
at some point, okay,
Zhao Dragonborn is here.
in order to get a certain skill, you need to increase your level of heroes, okay? For example,
Target locked.
yep. Okay, you need to be level 41 to get this realm skill. You need to level 11 to get this level skill, level this skill. For me, this is quite interesting if you have if you understand how the gameplay works, and it will be, my opinion is that it will be much more efficient for the early players, new new players who come and play and they didn't have any decent amount of African heroes. They can use any sort of epic heroes, because, and the resonance, when we talk about the resonance, okay, sorry about that, we still can gain a proper mechanism by deploying same type or combination of three to two of different types of heroes. You can still get the attribute bonus. But the difference is that in the current update, in the latest update, that people are confusing is that with the order type and chaos type, because as you can see here, order type and chaos type are of the different type of resonance, because in chaos type, both of these heroes, chaos and order type, uh for example, it is the most, they are the most high end um heroes, okay. Okay, as you can see here, type country, you can see that order and chaos type heroes doesn't have any weakness against the martial element and tech heroes. So dark heroes and light heroes are still the same, but only that the chaos type heroes cannot deploy of the same type of heroes. Okay, so yeah, one thing for sure, let me explain you regarding the fusion. What I think that they did a good job in the fusion, because you can combine your epic heroes, okay, with the normal elite heroes of the same, of different type of of different heroes. Okay, as you can see here, I can combine my Irtel with Alucard. Okay, it's one of a good move by Moonton to did this, and only that after you are leveling up your epic heroes up to 10 star, you need another 4 copies of the um, same heroes. But this is a good move by them. Kudos for that, because it makes a little bit easier to upgrade, to progress to 10 star, at least 10 stars, because once you are going to 10 star, it's going to be a little hard to get an epic heroes. Okay, so we are going to the the current meta heroes. We're going to get through with it, because in this current update, Alice
Watch your back.
Alice had a white had a wide um area of her skills, especially when we talk about the ulti. Okay, is she's one of the most meta heroes for now. Okay, second one would be
Zhao
Zilong.
Dragonborn is here.
Because of his skill, he can increase his attack. He can do multiple damage to the enemy as fast as and kill them as fast as possible. So my third my third meta heroes that you can possibly find in this game is still
My
Lucian,
swordsmanship is almost as
because
good looking as I am.
because he can increase, or he can get he can heal himself. Okay, he is one of the good heroes. And yep, eventually Mountain does boost every of elemental heroes in this game. They still they are now one of the most best hero to use. For tech, they did change the skill a little bit, and
What are you
eventually
looking at? I'm more complete than you.
they are not one of the meta heroes so far, but you can still use
Nothing could ever heal me from the
Xbox.
wounds of disaster. Nothing
Xbox
could ever heal me from the wounds of
because
disaster.
of his AoE. He can jump and skill every person in the enemy lineup. And yep. Okay. But the top hero so far is
Why does the
Lunox,
violence never end?
because she is one of the order hero or order type heroes. It is, for me, her skill is imbalanced for now, but maybe perhaps we can get a hero that can counter her later on. Argus claim
Time to reap.
so far still the meta heroes because of the ulti. He can release more than 2 grenades depending on how much of the allies of the same type in the lineup. So that's the best of Clean and
Let's go
Akai.
out and relax.
They improvise the Akai to ulti to increase the knockback duration, and this is one of the good meta hero that you can use. Badang, they did rebuff the heroes because of the passive and also the ulti where he can knock enemy heavily. Okay, so yep. Karina still
My
remain the
pleasure.
best hero because of the invisibility. The skill, you can use her as one of your lineup to do the campaign and also the Tower of Babel. Okay, let us jump to the elite heroes. Okay. For me,
Wait for it.
if you're on the early game or the mid game interval, you can use Bruno because of his skill. You can shoot multiple energy balls, and which can possibly damage of the enemy, and the passive where he can increase the allies damage. And you can also use Franco because this is one of the top mid game heroes to use because of the ulti where he can pulls um, the enemy line, and he can hook enemy. That is the best part of him.
Healing for
Rafaela
everyone.
is part of the best mid and early game level because she can heals the lineup pretty well. And also
For
Tigreal.
honor.
I think for light type heroes, you can use three of this hero, which is Rafaela, Tigreal, and Kaja on your early game and mid game because of their skills. But it depends on your certain lineup. It might work or may not work in um, certain gameplay. So Aldous is one of the good dark heroes because you can use he can deal a very large damage to the enemy and knock the enemy to the back. And yeah, that is part of best thing about Aldous. So yep, yeah, that okay, that is for all for the current meta heroes or the current lineup that you can use from the early game, mid game until late game of your gameplay. Okay, it depends on where you are at and where how you try to adjust your lineup in the strategies. Okay, so yep, I think that is all from me for now regarding on the possible current meta and what can you use for your early game, mid game, and the late game. I hope you guys understand about the mechanism that they are trying to brought in the game, and it might be confusing at first, but I hope you guys will feel a lot better after you understand how the game works after the update. So okay, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Take care and love you all, guys. Goodbye.